be sneaky as per usual, but not thinking it's gonna help in this instance. There's Gortash, the Force Curtain, and also the Incineration Caster. Gotta watch out for those big time. As previously mentioned, gotta watch out for these. They'll come and play big time later. Gotta remember concentration, folks. You'll see why.
So there we just cast whole person on 2. So that at least for now gives us a little tiny bit of leverage. It can't be this.
This is how you get rid of that leverage instantly. Remember to pay attention, folks. You don't want to burn spells like that.
Oh shit! There's bones.
Here I'm getting away from the grenade. You can see there,
Fucking everywhere.
and as well the blast radius from that Incineration Caster. Don't forget to use their weapons against them too. Again, be wary of all of these casters. They will come into play later. This is all about a balance. You gotta take out minions and focus fire on Gortash. And here comes Duke Ravengard. Try to non-lethal him. This wasn't a high point for us. And as you can see here, using the traps as weapons is very effective. Now that they have summoned an elemental, we are going to do the same and try to match their numbers and keep the crowd control reasonable. Again, using their weapons against them and their traps is very effective. This causes very high damage, and it can also clear a battlefield in a quick way if you do have a lot of people that are grouped together. But here, as you can see, it was very good at taking out one guy very quickly. So here, Gortash's shield begins to malfunction, and we notice this and begin to exploit it because he becomes vulnerable to elemental damage, and that increases your amount of damage that you do to him by double in some cases. So make sure you do not miss this opportunity and you go major pew pew die on this guy right now. Now here we're back to Ravengard again. This is Will's father. Try to non-lethal this guy like I said before, and don't make him become a low spot in your campaign like we do. And that is almost the burning hands effect that the incineration casters have on the battlefield. So this is us exploiting the malfunction using elemental damage.
He can't do it right now.
In a more conservative way, because we didn't want to burn our top spell slots left. But as you can see, that chromatic orb did a lot of damage, and it also led into this sequence here, where we were able again to use their weapons against them in a very effective manner. Tag teaming with our Bardlock, Durnas, we cleared the battlefield pretty darn quick with those grenades, as you can see. And right about now is when Gortash decides to go Super Saiyan. And you're going to see exactly what comes with all of that coming up right now. First off, you notice he buffed in size. And as well, you can see all these auras around. These are the manifestations of tyranny. And they give an aura of hate, I do believe it is. And that gives a +1 buff to strength. And it stacks for every aura he's exposed to. And as well now you can see the chains of tyranny, and those chains can cause up to 40 force damage if the spell is seen all the way through. But the key thing is every time you see those chains of tyranny come up, the most important thing that you can do is break that concentration. And here is the finale of us losing Duke Ravengard. However, dude's got some pretty sick gear, as you can see here right now. So glass half full scenario, I guess. We'll take it. But now, Gortash, we noticed, is not vulnerable, but it just seems that telekinesis is extremely effective. And he's not immune to prone. So if you can get Gortash prone, that is just one more advantage that you have on the battlefield. So again, I highly recommend, if you have telekinesis, use it to break concentration, use it to knock him prone, and then use that to knock out everything else that is buffing him, like the shells of resistance. But the most important thing you can do for those is if you can take out the force curtains that you just seen right there that gave him the shell of resistance. The only thing he's constantly vulnerable to is psychic damage. So if you have psionic backlash, I highly recommend it. Run that reaction every chance that you have, because at this point in the battle, he's starting to bring out all the big guns. There's the Hand of Ball, and we really want to start knocking him down because these Chains of Tyranny keep coming back, and you're going to see very soon why that Hand of Ball can be very deadly. So here we're using the telekinesis one more time to break the chains, to knock him prone, to give us every advantage that we can on this battlefield. So here's another instance of psionic backlash. This is going to do huge damage because, again, the only thing they are vulnerable to right now is psychic damage. Now we have them knocked down again, but there's another instance of the Chains of Tyranny. So we're going to have to do everything we can to break that concentration. But luckily, our teammate did right there. So we lost those Chains of Tyranny. And now, the Hand of Ball, when it reacts or goes to its finale, it triggers all of the traps that are remaining on the battlefield. So if you're in a good position in the middle and away from all the traps, you're going to be just fine. Now here we noted concentrated glass. There was something I was thinking, should I use it now? Should I use it later? But I'm glad that we didn't, because we ended up using telekinesis one more time to try and break concentration, to try and get him prone. And it was actually, in this instance, it was to get them away from Shadowheart, who had, as you can see, fallen on the battlefield, and we needed to get a scroll of rejuvenation off to get them healed up. Now, if you haven't already, probably should have at the start of it, but like an elixir of heroism that gives you the 10 extra hit points, and as well the effects of bless, huge bonus. And here again, we hit him with the psionic backlash. You can see just how low now. We've got them down in HP. It's imminent. So Gertie, we give up the telekinesis, we pull out that concentrated blast, and we finish off Gortash for the victory. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Take what you can from it. I hope you learned. We had an awesome time. This battle actually took us 52 minutes. This is where we cut it down. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks again for stopping by and watching the video.